and welcome to another episode of Booze and Popcorn. I'm your host, Robert. I'm joined here by my good friend, Toyla.
My ears hurt.
The lovely and talented Johnny.
Yeah, my ears hurt. I can only imagine our listeners. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry in advance. I'm so sorry.
And my brother,
After the fact now, actually.
Michael.
Oh, man, no one wants to hear you eat.
So some interesting things have happened in the world of movies. We're going to talk about that. We've also got some weekly recommendations for you. We might mention one or two times how much Independence Day sucked and how much we didn't want to see anything that's come out the past 2 weeks.
Robert,
Super exciting, right?
I forgot to ask you something, Robert. It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's been a while.
It's been...
Shut the fuck up.
You woke up this morning, right?
I did.
And did you check your phone for the latest news in movies?
I did.
Anything Star Wars related about Episode 9?
No.
No?
He's still directing it.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear
Piece of
that.
shit.
It's been a while. I just wanted to... I
been
was
a
doing
while.
Trevorrow Watch. Dun, dun.
Trevorrow Watch 2016.
Hashtag Trevorrow Watch 2016.
I think it's just going to be hilarious when the movie comes out and it's like a masterpiece and you're just like...
No. See, I want the movie to be good. I just don't think it will be as good as it can be with him directing it.
Anything's possible, Robert.
Yeah. Especially with nostalgia on his side.
So you've got like... So all right, so anything's possible. So let's say they say, you know what? Colin Trevorrow, we don't really think you're a good fit for this. Bring it. Michael Bay presents Star Wars Episode, and you'll be like, anything's possible, Robert.
Anything's possible.
No, fuck you. No, anything is not possible.
Hey, we might get Megan Fox, though. Not totally bad.
I mean, Star Wars, more explosions, Robert. How could you go wrong?
You can't.
How
just
can
can't.
you go wrong with that?
Wait. That's what the prequels are for.
Exactly.
Now, if Michael Bay directed, like, if they said we're gonna do like a prequel spoof, and Michael Bay's gonna direct it, I'll be like, you know what? Okay, that's fine. But Michael Bay's a terrible director.
Michael Bay and George Lucas presents
Yeah.
the prequel
I don't
trilogy
want
redone.
That would be great,
Like, I don't
actually.
want Michael Bay trying
Tails
to
too.
like actually seriously make a movie. 13 Hours is actually decent though. I will say that.
Which one's
not
13
great.
Hours?
The most recent one was about the incident in Benghazi.
Oh, I thought that was a Robin Williams movie where he plays that weird dark character.
Goodwill Hunting.
No. It's the one where he looks like the Colonel. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Sorry to all the listeners out there that heard me just like eating popcorn really loudly. That was just how I felt about this whole situation.
I'm okay
Yeah.
with it. Colin
Chewy.
Trevorrow sucks.
Yep.
I want everyone to know I'm boozing popcorn. Colin Trevorrow sucks. Robert says he sucks. I think he sucks. Jurassic World sucks.
And if Robert says it, therefore it's true. Duh.
I thought Tyler was the morning and the evening star.
I am Pharaoh.
God damn it.
That's on my business card. Who has a business card in 2016? I don't know what I do.
So Colin Trevorrow
A lot
sucks.
of people do, but okay.
Yeah.
And if Tyler thinks he doesn't, then he sucks. So
No,
that's
he
that.
sucks.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Yeah.
Pharaoh has spoken, and Colin Trevorrow sucks.
word is law, and it's Hebrew.
That's like 50 cents for the jar. So
No one sent us in a jar yet.
so there's some other things going on in
No.
movie news. Well, actual things that happened in movie news, not things that didn't happen that made Robert sad. So there's a little bit of an incident recently. Some things coming about the upcoming Star Trek picture. Basically, there's a little bit of a social media battle going on between George Takei, Simon Pegg, and Justin Lin regarding the sexual orientation of George Takei's old character, Hikaru Sulu. Basically, in the film, they've decided, thank you, Tyler, to make him homosexual, and openly so. And it was revealed that the actor, I forgot his name, something Cho. Forgot his name.
James Cho?
Jonathan.
John Cho.
John Cho.
He's Harold.
So he
from
spoke
Harold
with
and
George
Kumar.
Takei before the
All
film
you
was
need to
done.
know.
George Takei told him don't do it. J.J. Abrams supposedly, according to a few sources, spoke with George Takei before the first two were done. He said don't do it. Justin Lin spoke with him before the most recent one. He's the director of Star Trek Beyond. He spoke with him before it was done. George Takei said don't do it. Simon Pegg, the guy who wrote the most recent one, Star Trek Beyond, asked him beforehand what he thought of it, and he said don't do it. They did it anyway, and that's basically how it's going. We aren't really taking a stance on who's right, who's wrong here. We understand both points. We understand both arguments in their own right. They are both right in some ways here and there. It's just a matter of opinion on how you feel about the character. And we understand, Trek fans might feel a certain way because George Takei feels a certain way. Maybe fans of the new stuff feel a different way. We don't know. We're not going to tell you guys how to think about this. We're just presenting,
The news.
what it is, what's going on.
Because George Takei's whole point was if you want, because they said they wanted to make this a tribute, Zulu a tribute to George Takei, Sulu, sorry.
Zulu.
Because
Zulu.
basically this
Zulu.
movie's coming out to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Star Trek, and it's like a tribute to Gene Roddenberry and everything that he created, and he didn't create a universe in which that character was homosexual.
And they wanted to have Sulu in this alternate universe be a homosexual as a tribute to George Takei, who is a very open and homosexual and activist for the LGBTQ community.
Exactly.
And Takei's whole point was, if you want to do that, if you want to put a homosexual character into the films, create a new character, because you'd be changing a character that was envisioned by someone else, and it's not. I guess in the sense it's not your character to recreate.
Yeah.
Whereas their point is, well, it's an alternate universe, so we can do that if we want to.
Yeah. We could reinterpret the characters how we want.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of there's pros and cons to both aspects of it.
Yeah.
Ultimately, they're gonna still do it regardless of what anyone says about it. They already filmed the movie; it comes out in 12 days.
They're gonna do a quick re-edit.
No,
fast turnaround.
No, it's not happening. It's gonna come out that way. It's going to turn out that way. We're going to see it that way. And, when you see it, if it feels like an unnatural thing that they've shoved in there, maybe they made the wrong choice. Maybe if it feels like a natural fit into the universe, maybe they did the right thing. But, we're not going to know until it comes out, until we see it.
As like a natural Star Wars person who's only really watched the recent
Star Wars?
Star Trek.
Sorry, we have to get our Star Wars plugs in.
Yeah, like we did early on.
Force Awakens was great.
Oh, it was. 7 times? Yeah, you did.
7 times in the theaters.
But like I was saying, as someone who's only seen the recent Star Trek movies
3 times in IMAX.
3 times in IMAX. If I don't know if it'll feel unnatural to me just because I have no real connection to it, I'll just take it as that's the character's development. But that's how me as someone who's a casual watcher of Star Trek who's only seen the latest movies.
I think
that's it.
For the most part, our generation's in the same boat as you, and I'm in the same boat too.
Yeah.
Whereas I am familiar with the original Star Trek's films, TV show, but I'm more familiar and more well versed in the current universe that they've created.
Yeah.
So I think for our generation, it's going to kind of just go over our heads. The whole argument, it's not to us. We're just going to kind of look at it as I don't see an issue with that character being changed. Just because we don't have that previous.
And that's us in this generation who also didn't grow up with it their parents did.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
and the older generation who grew up with it and the more diehard Trekkies might have more of an issue with it. We don't know.
What about the Trekkers?
Bravo, what do you think?
I can't see it playing a major part in the movie. I can't see it changing the way the movie's gonna go.
Yeah.
I if anything, them bringing up his sexual orientation is gonna feel unnatural because they haven't brought it up for any character.
That was if they bring it up just
hey,
by the way.
They the thing is, what they said, it's gonna be, they're just gonna show him in a homosexual couple. They're not gonna sit here and go, so Sulu, you like guys? That's not really how it's gonna go down.
So it's it's the 21st century. It's not gonna
actually it's not in Star Trek. It's not.
No, here it's the 21st century. It's part of it's not gonna be a unnatural feeling for us.
Yeah,
you guys have pretty much hit it. The Trek fans might be a little upset because Sulu is straight in the original series.
I'm also sure there's going to be certain parts of the U.S. take more issue to it than
of course.
You know what my issue is actually now is that because this is boiling over on the internet, now when you see it in the theater, it's going to bring it up in your head and take you up because you're oh yeah, this is the thing everyone talked about, instead of it just being there and it letting it happen.
I don't want to stay on this too long, so I just want to make three final points about it. One, I understand that the diehard Trekkies I understand where they're coming from. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. I'm a Star Wars fan, and I understand if they remade or did like a new version of the original trilogy, and they changed the character, I would be like, that wasn't your character to change. So I totally understand that, but I also understand I don't give a shit what someone's sexual orientation is in a movie as long as it serves the plot properly and doesn't feel unnatural or take me out of it in any way.
Yeah.
Point number 3. I have a feeling they dropped this little nugget before the movie came out to get us talking about it because, you know,
really
we're all,
Illuminati.
now we're all talking Star Trek Beyond, and everyone's talking Star Trek
And
Beyond.
I forgot it was coming out this summer.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's coming out in a little over a week. So this is it's what they wanted. They dropped this little thing in there to get people talking about it.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be going in droves to see it now because everyone wants to see. Oh, I heard this is the movie with the gay fella. Let's go see it. That's how people talk.
Oh, by the way, this episode brought to you by Star Trek Beyond in theaters in 1 week.
So
It'll probably be out by the time this comes out, but yay!
Yay! So let's move on. There's been a couple little like behind the scenes little like clips being released by certain actors from Marvel movies recently. Tom Holland's been releasing stuff from the set of the Spider-Man Homecoming.
That selfie on
Ooh.
the top. Yeah.
Yeah, and Chris Hemsworth's been releasing stuff from behind the scenes of Thor Ragnarok.
So that is shooting right now.
Yes.
Okay.
And they made some announcements like with behind the scenes footage for Guardians 2. That's how they announced they're going to Comic-Con because nobody knew.
Yeah.
They knew Disney bought a portion of it, or like had a portion or a panel basically, but no one knew portion. But nobody knew what it was. And then they released a video behind the scenes of James Gunn with Chris Pratt. And he basically said, I want to announce we're wrapping Chris Pratt on principal photography. Like, his parts are done. And we're excited to announce we'll be at San Diego Comic-Con this year. So, and what I'm loving about this is the fact that in every other... Sorry, I have the hiccups.
Woo.
Every other like Marvel movie that's come out, they've been so hush-hush.
Yeah.
So, like, anti-spoiler that they haven't really allowed characters to... like come out and like or actors from behind the scenes to release anything on social media that showed anything that was going on. And now they're being a little more open about it, which I think is really cool. And I think it's very exciting and fun, and we get to see they released the like that picture's been floating around the internet forever of like someone putting Thor's hammer on a toilet and someone really has to go. They actually took the prop hammer, put it on a toilet, the director tweeted out a picture of it.
That's amazing.
It was like, damn it, Thor! Like, hilarious, of course.
That's really good.
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth's behind the scenes. He has his like phone with him taking a video, and he says, oh, and of course back there, and there's like a carnival in the back, and he goes, as I requested a Ferris wheel right next to my trailer. I pull a little weight around here nowadays. Like, I don't know. That's pretty funny to me.
I feel like that's like the best marketing you could do for a movie.
Oh,
it's
nowadays,
just like
yeah.
let them have like a little bit of fun with the social media while they're on set or something, without giving stuff away just because it's like, there's something authentic about it. Even if it is calculated, there's something nice about seeing like your favorite actors
I think
or not favorite actors on set having fun.
They're
like
taking
that.
cues from The Rock, because The Rock in all of his movies, almost all the promos coming from his Twitter, his Instagram. He's putting out pictures. Like, he puts out pictures from behind the
I
scenes.
love his Instagram so much.
And
It's one of my favorite things when I'm swiping through.
Yeah, he just puts out whatever announcements he wants, and he's a marketing machine. And I feel like they feel that their actors now have the star power to really push a movie that way. So like I'm sure if they were on like the Age of Ultron set and Downey Jr. was like, hey, I want to like put out a couple videos on my cell phone, they'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Everyone else, like, give me your phone.
Yeah.
Now. Like,
Is that a prop?
Like,
that's not a prop.
Yeah.
Give it.
it's like high school rules. Like, if I catch you with your phone, I'm taking it away. Your parents can go pick it up later. But now I feel like that they're giving the actors a little more freedom to do that. I think that's kind of cool that we get
That's
little
dope,
snippets like that, and of course that they're not as like. Disney's not being as like strict with them. Like we always make the jokes like Disney's like Big Brother, always watching, always being super strict.
Well, that's what's kind of cool with like episode 8, where there's been a couple little photos from, even if they're not like on a set, just posting photos from some of like the location sets
Yeah.
Or just like the one photo with Luke on not Luke, sorry, Mark Hamill on Daisy Ridley's back, like representing the scene from episode 5.
Yeah.
Things like that where you're like, that's just so cool.
And Daisy Ridley put out a photo recently saying, basically because the director Ryan Johnson put out some behind the scenes photos. And she says, if Ryan can do it, so can I. Puts out a picture from their shooting location on Skellig Michael Island, which was really cool.
Nice.
I think it's really cool they're letting them do that because, I mean, for Force Awakens, we got nothing. It was airtight.
We got a little bit of, hey, look, it's the Millennium Falcon.
Or Jakku when they did the Force for Change video.
Yeah,
and we saw
but
the
basically
creatures.
all we got was the official stuff, like J.J. Abrams standing in front of a camera being told what, like you can tell he had cards up there. He was being told what to say.
All very calculated.
This is still calculated, I feel.
But not in the same
a lot
extent.
more, it feels more candid.
It's more relatable to what we're used to these days, especially with social media.
Exactly. So I think it's cool that they're giving them the freedom to do that now.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And we might have because Ryan Johnson said when they started filming, he said, we're not going to be like episode 7. Like, we're not going to be as airtight. We're going to let more details come up. We're going to let you guys know a couple things. We're not going to let spoilers out, but you're going to see more behind the scenes stuff.
Maybe some wardrobe.
Maybe some wardrobe
stuff. A little bit of location.
You know, J.J. Abrams is very, like you see what I want you to see, and that is it. We got very few. We got BB-8.
Yep.
We got a couple shots of the Millennium Falcon. We got a couple shots of the X-Wings.
Yeah.
A couple of the aliens they made.
One or two of the aliens they did, but that was it.
I remember when they showed that Jakku stuff. I remember I lost my shit. So I was like, oh my god, like animatronics. I'm in love.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
It was awesome. But then, and like Rogue One too, they're putting out a couple things here and there. So I think it's
scaring us by going back and doing reshoots and announcing it.
But then they clarified it, and we're in the clear.
Yeah, we are in the clear.
We are in the clear.
No emergencies on Rogue One yet that we know of.
They said they're happy with everything.
Yeah.
I sent it to you. I said you read the article, right?
Yeah. So let's just hope that they're not lying to me. So.
We spent a whole 15 minutes on that, like a few episodes ago too.
We did, just whether or not we should be worried.
They were like,
it's
chill, guys, just chill out. It's good.
Every major release does reshoots.
Yeah.
Speaking of movies that did reshoots, in a few weeks, like about 3 weeks, you've got Suicide Squad.
Ooh.
Where's the hype level on that?
I keep forgetting when it's coming out. Just
August
like Star Trek.
8th?
I think so.
Yeah.
The only thing is that I feel like they not announced it, but like have been hyping it so long now.
The hype is not real anymore.
It's just kind of died down. Like if it had been like now that they're releasing trailers, or last month, middle of last month they're releasing trailers.
They blew their load.
Yeah,
too
it's
early.
because we got that trailer super early because of the Comic-Con leaks from last year.
Yeah.
And so they had to release it because they said if we let this crappy version get out, this crappy version with everyone's first impression of our movie. So they had to release the HD version of it. They like the fully one that they did. So because of that, they had to start promoting the movie over a year out, and that hurt them in the long run.
Yeah.
But I think because we got Comic-Con next week, I think, or 2 weeks from now. Yeah, Comic-Con's going down really, really soon.
Damn.
And I know for
we got our passes, right? Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
we won't be there.
We're gonna be doing some street
We
guerrilla
won't be
work.
there. We won't be there next year. We probably won't be there the year after that. But Warner Brothers is going to have a huge presence this year. They said they're promoting Suicide Squad, obviously, and Wonder Woman. And there's rumors that there's going to be a little bit of footage from Justice League.
Because aren't they working on that?
They've
right
been
now?
working on it for 2 months, I think. They've been doing it. They started filming before Batman v Superman released, I think.
That's so weird. Because don't they have other movies before that are supposed to come out with Aquaman and things like that?
No, Justice League comes out first.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Before Wonder Woman.
No. Wonder Woman. It goes Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman, Justice League.
Okay.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
Well, I could also see them because they have so many big name actors on it, and probably going to have individual parts for those actors. I could see them having to extend shooting over a long amount of time to fit all their schedules. So they would start earlier, and even though they're going to release.
Did you see that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Finish what you were talking about.
So, I'm personally super hyped for Suicide Squad because I'm a DC fanboy. Love DC. Love their villains. It's a movie about their villains. There's gonna be I don't know if Ben Affleck's in the movie himself. They haven't said it, but his Batman's in the movie for at least a little bit.
He was seen on location when they were filming that.
Yeah,
so I think he's in something.
I'm very curious to see Jared Leto's Joker. Very curious to see
Hologram Heath
where
Ledger.
that would be. I would hate that idea. But I'm really curious to see where it goes. I'm not for or against it at this point. I just want to see it now. I just want to see what they did with it, and I'll judge after I see it. But the movie looks like it's gonna, at the least, it looks like it's gonna be fun.
Does it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure that's not just editing?
I don't care.
Well, yeah. It probably
Maybe
is
they're
that
just
big,
showing
but-
us all the fun parts and the rest of it sucks.
Yeah.
If all the fun I
All
get is in the
hour
trailers,
30.
I still feel like I'm gonna have a good time.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it
I'm
looks like
sorry.
it looks like
I
it's a
agree.
good time. I don't
My
know.
level of hypeness is that I just want to see it. I'm so tired of. Every time there's a trailer or a spot on TV, I'm like, I don't care. I just want to see it at this point now.
Yeah.
They had their
I just
2
wanna see
cool
it for
trailers
myself.
where they lined it up with the music, and then there were 2 pretty good songs to line it up with. But
We got what was it? It was Bohemian Rhapsody and Ballroom Blitz.
Yeah.
and they lined them up pretty well.
Are they just
and-
taking songs from Wayne's World at this point and
Yeah,
just putting them in
kinda.
the movie?
It's because a lot of other movies are lining up. Like Star Trek Beyond's first trailer had Sabotage from
we all doing the Deadpool
Beastie
thing,
Boys.
Beastie Boys, yeah.
or the Guardians of the Galaxy thing. Sorry, Guardians of the Galaxy
Yep.
kind of did that first.
Yeah.
It's pronounced Bestie Boys.
Bestie boys, we're such
so-
best friends.
So,
Anyways,
a lot of people are kind of like taking that like bit of like using like
Style voice.
rock songs or songs like that are kind of rock songs and putting trailers up to it.
I prefer a nice score.
I
Nice-
agree.
I like to keep it
Warcraft.
classy.
I don't need EDM with my fantasy movies. Thank you.
Assassin's Creed with Kanye.
I don't need Kanye with
I am
with,
God.
I know.
with
I-
fantasy.
Get the Porsche out the damn
fantasy
garage.
Spanish Inquisition movies.
Hurry up with my damn croissants.
I was more okay with
I was still okay with it musically. Musically, it
'Cause
fit that trailer.
it thematically with the way that character is played. Even in the games is very much this. It's like he's a god character.
Yeah.
So I get what they're doing.
I
didn't love it, but I get what they're
You
doing.
know,
I love the music
I
part of it.
respectfully say you guys are full of shit.
we are because I haven't shit since
so
this morning.
so you 2 are pretty hyped for the movie for Suicide Squad.
brother. How you feel?
you
Tyler's
can't say that after he's telling you how he feels.
no.
Tyler's hype is like, man, he
Tyler's
just
like
wants to see
lukewarm
it.
on it.
Yeah.
I don't care if I see it or not because well,
You're
here's-
originally comic book expert.
so here's the deal.
Bullshit.
I'm not behind Will Smith's Deadshot at all.
Okay, that's fair.
I am not like
Why?
he's already delivered like 3 cheesy
Oh, you don't?
lines
You
in
haven't
the
heard?
trailers
Michael,
alone.
Michael is a sick racist. You didn't hear about that?
No, so Will
he
Smith is.
doesn't. He doesn't want to see Katana either.
I don't mind Katana, but
You don't mind. I see how it is.
Please continue though,
Well,
because I'm really curious to see why you're like not even.
Tell us
well,
more.
so I'm not really behind Will Smith because he seems like he's playing a campy Deadshot with all the cheesy one-liners.
Tell the
and
truth.
I'm telling the truth right now about this movie. Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie is probably the one thing I'm excited for. Jai Courtney's a terrible actor, and he's Captain
Like some
Boomerang.
type of Suicide Squad.
That's Will Smith, but
Oh,
yeah.
no. Jai Courtney is in it. Terrible actor. Not behind him whatsoever.
they're really trying to make him a leading man recently.
Yeah, but
They stopped and they
see-
put Will Smith
see-
in the movie.
See that's the cool thing about this is I feel like because like what I've seen from Jai Courtney in the trailer so far, I'm entertained by it because he looks like and Frank and I had this conversation earlier. What we don't like is and what nobody likes. Take a character actor and try and make him a leading man because they have a somewhat attractive face. They did it with Hayden Christensen, failed. Sam Worthington failed. Now they're doing it with
Hayden
Jai.
Christensen was a character actor.
He's better in like character actor performances than in leading man.
Yeah, I've not seen any of those. Maybe I should.
Goosebumps.
He was terrible in Goosebumps.
Wait,
but
was he in Goosebumps,
he
the
was,
movie?
No, he was a child actor
in the TV shows?
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was,
he
in
talking
the one,
about
he was in the one with
Sands?
the puppet, right? He was like one of the most popular episodes.
I think it was the puppet one, or it might
Yeah,
have
yeah,
been
it was the
Or
puppet
the
one.
mutated
Rattlesnake one.
potato that was like
But
that was a creepy episode.
but with Jai Courtney, it seems like Captain Boomerang is a weirder character. So I feel like I'm going to like it more than I like him, like in the Die Hard remakes and in like the Divergent series and in all the other crap he does. He's not Kyle Reese.
He is in that movie. But
We
then,
have John Connor right here. He knows Kyle Reese.
I know Kyle Reese.
There's a throwback.
That's a throwback.
Wow.
Inside joke.
vibrate when victory is near.
And ever since they said Tom Hardy isn't going to be in the movie anymore,
That upset me.
it upset me too. And I'm just like, really? He's
Well,
like one of the best actors in Hollywood right now.
Who is he going to
He
play?
was going to play
He's
Rick
Rick Flag.
Flag, who's now being played by Joel Kinnaman, who, if you saw the 4th season of House of Cards, he knows how to act. Like I wasn't too stoked because the only thing I saw of him was RoboCop, and the new RoboCop sucked. But he plays the Republican presidential candidate that Frank's running against. in House of Cards. Based on that, I'm no longer against him being in this like playing this character, being in this movie. I'm no longer against it. In the original version of the script, supposedly he was the main character because Tom Hardy could carry a franchise probably.
Yeah.
And then they did rewrites because Tom Hardy dropped out. They changed it to have a little bit more focus on Will Smith and Margot Robbie.
God, Jai Courtney looks almost exactly like Tom Hardy.
He's not playing the Joel.
I know, but like just looking at photos of him online,
have a similar
there's
facial
like,
structure.
there's quite a few things I'm like, they could pass as the same person.
They're both white and have facial hair. Therefore,
Well, it's the
They
eyes
both
and the
have
chin.
faces.
It's this jawline thing they're both working. It's like short and like.
Tyler knows jaw structures and facial structures.
Hey man, when you're a dude, that's all you got: beard line and jaw,
So-
and forehead.
Okay.
God damn it,
Oh God.
God damn it.
What?
Tyler worked a long day at work today, guys.
Yes, he did.
That's why. Not endorsing.
Just double
Drink
fist.
drink
Just double
responsibly.
fisted.
So
Hydration. It's your
you know,
Thank you,
I'm not like underwhelmed by the cast. What's her name? The former
Margot Robbie?
the former Victoria's Secret model who's playing Enchantress. What's her name?
I have no
Jai
freaking
Courtney.
idea.
Jai Courtney.
I was gonna say that for a second, but I don't know. But like,
Oh,
yeah, John knows. John is a Victoria's Secret expert.
Expert.
duh. No, I'm not.
Lots
really.
He's all about the
lots
catalog.
Of,
No,
lots
I'm
of
pretty
sticky
sure-
catalogs in his
His
bedroom.
No,
favorite Michael Bay
ew.
films are the Victoria's Secret short
Ew.
films.
No, that would be actually pretty entertaining when you think.
Well,
about it.
those
Michael
commercials
Bay-
are done
Michael
by
Bay
him.
presents-
Are they really?
Watch those crazy explosive Victoria's Secret commercials where things are crazy happening. He filmed those.
No
He's
shit.
done a lot of Victoria's Secret commercials.
No shit.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
That's probably,
Yeah, that's why I made that joke because that's one
That's
of the
probably,
more
things.
that's
you
probably
know.
why-
I know.
That's probably why they got the Victoria's Secret model, or former Victoria's Secret model in the.
That is probably
Transformers.
why.
Yeah. They probably had
Well,
that like connect.
They look like a Michael Bay film too.
Google this
Yes, we will later.
because I don't know who this person is off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
Michael Bay.
No, no.
He's the Bay.
model.
Oh yeah, I forgot her name, but
I'm pretty sure.
she can't act. So this is gonna be curious. I'm curious to see how that
Her
turns
character
out.
though,
There's
because
a
that's the
couple
one that has
different
like she's like kind of like possessed or
She's
something.
possessed by a witch, I think,
Like that's a pretty.
or a demon or something, something like that.
Enchantress.
Enchantress.
Oh, it's Cara
Okay.
Delevingne.
She was yeah, Cara Delevingne. She
Is
was
she the one that's dating Annie Clark?
What?
Say Vincent? Wasn't she the one? Because isn't she in like in those like teen movies?
She's been
Paper
in,
Towns. Pan. Never mind.
Yeah, nothing very good.
Yeah, yeah. She was dating Annie Clark for a while.
Was she really?
Yeah. I don't know if they still are or not, but might
Really?
be.
So you
She's
know,
also isn't she part of the T
Yeah, they
Sway
used to
fam?
date together, not to brag.
Yes, she was in. She was in the Bad Blood music video.
Ah, okay. She's part of the fam.
I was like,
Squad.
yeah.
Suicide. Michael Robert's just like Taylor Swift.
sorry, I knew like because I'm pretty sure
T-Swizzle.
I'd seen her in
T-Swizz.
the commercials and like was thinking I know that face. What was she
Yeah.
from? That's that. There you go.
Of course, you know that face.
Who's that face?
It's
It's
Cara-
Enchantress.
Cara Delevingne, but Cara
so,
Italian last
so,
name.
so Michael, you're just not you don't care one way or the other about this one.
Nope.
Bitch.
More excited
I mean-
for Doctor Strange. What can I say?
I'd have to say,
Yeah.
I'm about even on them right now, and I should be more hyped for Suicide Squad because it comes out a lot sooner. But I'm about even on them right now because one's Marvel, and I'm stoked for anything Marvel does because they have not let me down
God, someone
for
put
the
it
most
as
part.
what was it? Someone put it like it's supposed to be like Inception meets superheroes or something like that.
In sheepskin.
Inception meets superheroes meets Imitation Game meets Star Trek Into Darkness
Meets the Hobbit franchise.
God damn it.
meets Smaug
Oh yeah,
meets
meets
Sherlock.
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 I'm
Doctor Who.
Meets Khan.
Smash Mouth soundtrack.
He's not in Doctor Who.
Walking on the song. Sorry.
He's not in Doctor Who.
I would probably
Smash Mouth or Guy Fieri
Cumberbatch. Tyler,
is what?
not in Doctor Who.
No, but everyone wants to ship those two franchises together because they're both British and girls
BBC.
love them both. BBC, yeah.
I'm like this
Or
close
the
to walking
Babuk.
out of here.
You can. I'll host.
BBC stands for Bad Bitches Care. Now that.
That's not.
No,
um
not allowed.
never. I would agree with Robert there, or I'm kind of in the same boat, and it's more just because they blew their load too early.
Yeah.
and yeah,
Always a bad thing, guys.
the
Always.
Never
a
be
bad
The
premature
first-
about your marketing.
the first trailer, I get that one, but what they could have done is then limited from there on out.
I feel like.
And instead, we kind of had this constant trailers of.
Hey guys,
Suicide
look!
Squad.
It's good. It's kind of almost feels like Batman v Superman.
It's good, guys. The dragons are coming.
I think with Batman v Superman is we got too little of it early on. Like we got that little Comic-Con teaser of just
True.
Batman standing by the bat signal,
And then they're like, "Here's all of it."
and then like
And then here's Doomsday.
And
Have
then-
fun with that.
and then at Comic-Con we got the new trailer, which is probably one of my favorite trailers ever I've ever seen ever. Last year Comic-Con Batman v Superman trailer, fucking awesome. And then we got the Doomsday trailer, and everyone starts ragging, and then they kind of go silent for a while. And then we get TV spot after TV spot after TV spot after teaser after trailer after this. So it was they bombarded us with stuff. And then of course the freaking like fake commercials once it did come out, best superhero movie ever. Like
Who said that bullshit?
so,
National Enquirer.
they probably pulled it from a critics review that said it's not the best superhero movie ever. So let's just best superhero movie ever. Done.
You can do a lot with
well
those.
played. Well,
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
All right, I'm sick of talking about Suicide Squad. Let's move on.
Tyler doesn't want to talk about Suicide Squad. He's racist.
I want to see it. That's about it.
Yeah, I want to see it. I'm
Y'all are
don't
DC
care.
racists.
No.
Frank, what do you think? Because they suck.
Yeah, so I was super excited about it, but lately the only thing that scares me more.
You're not on my side. I don't care.
No.
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me about it, because I'm still interested in it, but I lost a little bit of the hype, only because of how much they've been overdoing the trailers as well.
Yeah.
And the other thing that scares me is it's seeming more and more like they're relying on the campiness of Margot Robbie, which is something
Yeah.
that kind of scares me about it. And then the other thing is I feel like they're trying really hard to explain it to people. That, and then the last being is suicide is never fun, especially when it happens to you.
You know, I just saw Louis C.K. last night, and yeah,
It was last night, huh?
yeah, it was good.
You know what theory I got after seeing Batman v Superman? It's like 99% chance
that
not
DC is
happening.
fucked.
No,
That's the theory I got.
for Suicide Squad. It's not gonna happen. Like 99.9% chance not happening. But what if? Because they mentioned it in the trailer. If Superman
Joker
if
is
Superman
Jason Todd,
decided to attack
yes.
the White House, who would stop him? What if Superman comes back? Like they reveal at the end of Batman v Superman. Spoiler alert: he comes back from the dead.
Because he's Superman.
And in the comic books, there's a couple versions where he comes back and he's evil. What if Superman comes back, he's evil, and they feel like the only ones that can stop him is like a group of like villains.
What are they going to do against Superman?
You know what I
They're going to
heard?
bring Batman in to do it.
Exactly, Batman's involved, so you never know what they could do.
You know what I heard? If we're gonna talk plot lines, I heard that some people were thinking Enchantress might be like turns out is like the thing that they have to work with at the end, as like is the evil thing. Someone threw that out there as maybe she's the thing that causes whatever the end plot point is
I
supposed
kind
to
of
be.
feel like that's what it might be as well, because they've already revealed the characters we're going to get the most into are the Joker and Harley Quinn characters and Enchantress. So I'm like, why is she the other one we're getting? Like, we're going to dive deeper into their story.
Yeah,
Could be because she's the villain.
yeah.
So
Interesting.
Or it could just be because she's an attractive woman.
That is true too.
Let's think. I mean,
you know,
That doesn't hurt.
they're trying to sell tickets here after all.
Yeah.
Or, hey, maybe
Money.
Hey, maybe her character is actually an interesting character. They just want to flesh out the character more.
I hope so. I really do.
That'd
You
be
shallow
great.
piece of shit.
I'm just saying. Like, I think.
You
it
don't
would
see
be-
Frank over here talking about it.
what does that have to do with anything?
Just saying. You're the one who
he just he
You're-
pointed
you're
to
the
one
one
guy
who-
in the room and like, Frank's not talking about it.
No, I'm saying like
Shakes his head.
Frank's just like, I'm not part of this.
Tisk.
Leave me out of this fight.
Tisk.
No, like I really hope they're not. I'm worried that they might.
Not just
Yeah.
a piece of meat, John.
No, that's
No one said
my
that.
point. That's my fucking point. You piece
Stop
of shit.
putting
I love you,
words in
Johnny.
John's mouth.
I'm so sorry. Let's.
Can we move on from this
Yes,
topic?
please.
Michael finished Game of Thrones, guys.
Oh.
No, sorry, not finished. He's caught up. This is a momentous occasion. We get to
No,
cross.
I've already watched season 7 and 8.
We get
Major
to cross
spoilers ahead.
Game of Thrones off Michael's wall of shame. It's more of a like a checklist of shame for
Instant
him.
cue of shame.
And Johnny finished it as well.
Yeah.
Well, I've been pretty
Well,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
but when we did our episode where we
Oh,
spent
yeah.
like the whole episode talking about it,
I wasn't here because
he was not caught up. He said, "I'm not caught up. I'm not showing up," and he did not show up.
He's a
Well,
man of his
He's
word.
a man of his word.
I hadn't had a chance to watch that episode yet, or Ex Machina, which was basically what our two topics for last week. So I said, sorry, I'm gonna,
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Well, at this point, 2 weeks ago, but
Asshole.
last episode to come out.
But you said last week.
Yeah, like this is going to air in a week from the
Is
last
it, though?
episode. That's the plan.
So what did Michael and John think of the season 6
damn.
finale? Tyler, shut the fuck up. We talked for like an hour and a half about
I've talked
this.
about it on 2 shows now. I'm good.
Yeah, but I'm
Thanks for the invite, by the way, John.
You're welcome. It was great not having you.
I bet it was. I bet it was. I still cried.
John,
Yo,
we will high five later.
I just sat at home
Best-
crying.
best Game of Thrones episode they've had to date. I'm gonna keep it nice and short.
You always do. You earned that one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's
sick bird.
well. I guess that's all I have to say about that. And I think that ended it right there. The first 20 minutes, the score of that was brilliant. I forget where I read it, but I did read an interview they had with the guy who does all the scores for it.
I said that,
and yeah, I think
Yeah.
and as well as the director saying that like when he sent the episode off to the producers, he was really hoping they kept it in there. He was really happy that they did because it is so different than Game of Thrones usually does. Awesome episode. That, like I said, the first 20 minutes, the score is brilliant, and that whole 20-minute scene is that could have been the entire episode, and I would have had no complaints. And that's just how good it was. I wouldn't have felt like, hey, that's only 20, and we're supposed to get sick. And I wouldn't care. I would have been like, this is awesome. That was great. That was perfect. Yeah. I'm glad they kept going with it because the rest of the episode's amazing too. But that first 20 minutes was beautiful, perfect. I think best finale they've done.
My only
ever.
issue with the first 20 minutes is I wish I heard the Reigns of Castamere somewhere. Because that's the song. Like, Lannisters are about to kill people. Reigns of Castamere
This
plays.
only happened once.
No, it happened. Well, not when Lannisters killed, but when like a major like death is about to happen. At the Purple Wedding, Red Wedding.
So it happens at weddings.
Wait, it's happened more than once in the show where it's been played?
Red Wedding, they play it. Purple Wedding.
the purple?
Purple
Joffrey's
Joffrey's wedding.
Ah,
And the people are there with like the old timey accordion, and they're singing it really slowly, really somberly. And he throws the coins at them to get them to leave.
Oh, wow.
But they're singing it. So that's like a little silence that was about to die. And I was kind of hoping like just throw it in there just a little, just as fan service for me.
Sure.
That would have done a little bit more for me. But still, like I agree with you. Like the effectiveness of that music.
Well, they were intentionally going for something that was so different
Yeah.
from previous that it was this.
Perfect. I've rewatched that so many times just to listen to that and watch the setup of all that.
It was very unique, and I love that they don't show their hand until essentially you don't get a feeling that anything is wrong until Lancel Lannister leaves and starts following that child. That's really the first moment where you start to go, okay, there's something that's not right here. Beforehand, you're thinking Cersei's, oh, she's just gonna hold up in her keep and say, come through my mountain to get me. Like
For me, I knew something was wrong when Tommen tried to leave, and the
Yeah.
mountain's
Yeah.
standing there going, "Nope,
that's true.
yep." I'm like, okay, something's going down at the church. Cersei's keeping Tommen away.
Yeah, this is true. For me, I still didn't really. I really didn't pick up on that. I thought, okay, well, maybe it wasn't. Oh, something's super going down. I thought when I first saw it, it was more of a. oh, she's
Maybe she just doesn't want him there.
yeah.
something's happening.
I don't want. She's holding up and she's saying no. You're taking here like I'm taking power and taking control, which is pretty much true.
Those armored shoulder pads.
Yeah, it's pretty much true, but not to the same extent that it actually was. And it's not until really Lance Lannister starts chasing after this kid and
The Maester.
Maester
R.I.P. Maester.
Grand Maester Pycelle.
Pycelle.
Yeah.
that
Dirty old man.
Fuck that guy.
Dirty
not-
cochino.
It's not until that starts happening where you start going, okay, there's something going on here, and then it's not until you actually see the wildfire that it actually clicks. Oh shit, this is what's going down. Like it's not just a little something she's doing something massive, and I really appreciated that it was left in the dark for that long, and that there was no tip of the hand of hey, remember that wildfire, guys?
No, there was. Remember, like the rumors about the wildfire. They bring in a couple episodes. Like,
Oh
in the
yeah,
episode
but
where,
not in the finale. There was no
yeah.
like.
oh, I see what you mean.
There's no mention of wildfire. There's
Yeah.
no mention of
Yeah.
the church will burn or anything
Yeah.
like that. There was nothing. It was all the fact that there was very little dialogue too was awesome because you're just getting to watch it all play out.
Yeah.
And it's really when Marjorie Tyrell starts freaking out and saying everything that you're going, oh, that's what she's doing. And I was kind of a little bummed that they killed off so many characters in one fell swoop.
Marjorie. R.I.P.
How about Daddy Tyrell,
Yeah.
who died just as desperate and pathetic as
Nobody
he's been.
cares about Lord Oak.
Oh,
No one cares about Lord Oak
I
of
know.
House Tyrell.
Loris Tyrell gone after his whole mutilation.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Brutal.
His confession and all that. Then
Yeah.
he's like, oh, well, that's all for naught.
Yeah, exactly. The High Sparrow, which is more of a finally
Yeah.
the way he's been played.
That
Although
sucks, though, that-
I do love his character. I thought he was. The
It's a
character
bummer
itself
that
was played
he's the
so
downfall
well.
of Marjorie. Like
Yeah.
she's been playing like the game so well, and she knows she knows that she needs to make a move, but he's like, no, the gods will decide and keep
Yes.
him in, and like that's her downfall is that dude
Yeah,
to
it-
a man.
that was like I said. Those 20 minutes were some of the best television I've ever watched, as far as a TV show goes, and they were easily the best of the show. And it could have been it satisfied me enough to make it a full episode.
Yeah.
Although they then went into even more.
And gave you seconds and thirds.
Yeah, you finally get the Liana is John's.
R plus L equals J.
Yeah, you don't specifically get the R, but it's pretty well inferred at that point.
You do.
They don't straight out say it. Is my point.
Yeah. Well,
And-
afterwards, HBO released that official licensed by HBO
Infograph.
chart.
Yeah.
With very
Yes.
very clearly details.
Yes.
The parentage.
So it is known.
He's known.
But I like that, and I said I was gonna keep it short, and we.
Frank?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're fucked.
You have it.
Wait, you
edit that
haven't
out.
watched it yet? What the fuck have you been doing for 2 weeks?
I said I was. So I totally said I was going to keep this short, and we've now elaborated way more than I wanted to.
Drinking and podcast.
So we've confirmed things. You were saying it's
Yeah,
great.
it's confirmed, and you
It's
get.
a decent episode.
Oh yeah, well you get.
Okay.
you have Daenerys finally making her trek across the sea. You have interesting.
They do it at Chili's.
Interesting.
Limerita?
It's Miller Lite.
Bud Light.
It's a cheap beer, but you use
Oh,
Bud
yeah,
Light
that's
when you do
Miller
the
Lite.
same.
Cheap
Anyways.
crappy beer. Cheap crappy beer.
Yeah, this is true.
Triggered.
Is that a trigger?
Anyways, and you get her going across the narrow sea. You have Varys.
Merman.
Yeah,
Merman Varys.
you have him teleporting across the world.
Swimming
It
with the
happened
fishes.
over multiple.
He's a fish. I'm
Hold
telling
on.
you. He's a
Multiple
merlin.
times.
He's a
Did
merlin.
anyone else notice off in the distance, behind in the background on the boat, you saw a little rowboat with Gendry in it,
No, that would have been
like
amazing if there
keeping
was.
up with all the big
That
boats.
would've
Like,
been-
hey guys,
He's not in porn
I'm still
anymore.
around.
I'm pretty sure he's not in porn anymore. That show makes a note to like show you things in case they're ever in porn again.
Yeah.
Like they make mention of it. They just never not touch it.
What
ever
I'm
again.
wondering is with Stannis and Renly gone, who's Lord of the Stormlands? I have to look
that's
that
a
up
good
because
question.
they haven't touched on it on the show. I have to find out.
Jeez.
I don't know. Gendry is next in line for it, so
Technically, yeah.
If he is, in fact,
he's the son of Robert.
he's the son of
Baratheon.
Robert.
we think this? Or we,
No,
No,
he's
it's-
one
they-
of
it's
confirmed he's a
confirmed.
bastard
He's
son
one of
Robert
Robert's
Baratheon.
bastards.
Yeah.
in the first
Interesting.
season.
So-
He's one of the kids that Ned goes and finds. That's an actual
okay,
like
that's right.
son
That's
of
right.
Robert's.
That's
he's
right.
Probably
next
one
for-
of the few that's still alive.
So he's
been
next
a
in
while.
line.
The only one that's still
He's-
alive, I think. Actually,
he's next in line for the throne and or the Stormlands.
Been a while.
But wow,
Thank you.
it's been
I think we saw him last in season 3.
rowing away.
we get the unification of House Tyrell and
Martell.
House Martell, and they're
Fire and blood.
and
My
they're
favorite moment of the series so far.
He looks very like serious and sinister
Yeah.
too when he delivers.
Like
it.
Varys was
and the
walking
joining
out
of them with Daenerys.
through marriage. No, I joke.
You joke.
I keyed.
I'm still interested to see where the rest of the not Frey,
Tyrell's.
Greyjoy,
Uh,
the other
Euron.
half, yeah, the other half of the Greyjoys, where they're going to be and how they're going to meet up. Because I was thinking about this. He says we're going to build our own fleet and we're going to go chase them down and I'm going to go marry Daenerys and blah 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 blah. I'm really
big fat cock.
yeah, I'm really curious to see how they're going to meet up because either he's going to show up in Marine and she's going to be gone.
I have a theory.
He's gonna
Or
find
they're gonna-
Dario
I have
there
a theory.
chilling.
Cersei's single and a queen,
and he wants to be king.
and he wants to be king,
and she needs a navy. Who has a navy?
and he's got a big cock. So I mean,
Confirmed.
And then
Confirmed.
Jamie's gonna kill both of them.
and
yes, yeah.
at the wedding, you see Jamie in the background triggered.
Queen Slayer.
Queen Slayer
I
triggered.
might have just leaned out of frame for like a full 3 minutes, but oh well. That's how blown back. That actually
Yeah.
would work really well because that would give Jamie a really good reason to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Everyone will die. One-handed King Slayer.
Queen Slayer.
because
Yeah.
because the whole prophecy.
Yep.
The little brother killing her.
Yep. So I'm so excited for the next 2 seasons.
I know.
I'm assuming it's going to be season 7 is Daenerys
Yeah.
coming to power kind of battle there, and then
Yeah.
season 8 will be the whole White Walkers.
Yeah.
What if she doesn't? What if they throw a curveball and she doesn't?
She dies.
Could you imagine that?
Like
Oh,
Dario,
that'll be-
Dario
Yeah.
Naharis comes back, the scorned lover like stabs her in the neck. No, fuck you.
I am honestly.
No one
That's
is
the
safe,
one
so.
thing. Yeah, that's the one thing I love about the show. That seems like
could.
the most logical thing, but who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
I'll narrate it the way George R. R. Martin will write it in the book. Dario Naharis walked up to Daenerys while she's like combing her hair, stabs her in the neck. His wiener flops gently in the wind.
Michael, you just caught up like in a record amount of time. What did you think?
I am all for Mad Queen Cersei.
Yeah.
She finally looks like a villain.
Yes.
The black leather
Yeah.
outfit with like the little the armor on the shoulders, like she looks like a
Queen
villain.
Cersei of House
The whole thing. The only thing keeping Cersei grounded this entire time were her 3 children. All 3 of them are dead.
And
now.
Tommen's pretty damn grounded now.
I also must say,
I will say this, and I'm only going to say this because I haven't been able to comment on this show at all. Every time we brought it up, I have never missed Joffrey more than when the Faith
I
Militant
told you that
is
was
around.
going to happen.
Because
when what
when
happened?
the Faith Militant's around,
Oh,
I have Joffrey would just been like, "What? You're gonna take my wife? No, Kingsguard. Let's go."
Get him, dog. Like the Hound to be there. Dog, kill him.
I must say that I also really liked. Oh, not liked as much as I thought it was very intriguing that Cersei's children are her life kind of thing, and she is, and somewhat responsible for all 3 of their deaths.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I think
exactly.
Tyrion's more responsible for the last one.
No. So you look at all right. So here's how you break it down.
Not Tommen. Sorry.
So
for,
Joffrey's death is because he was a tyrant. He's a monster because Cersei raised him to be a stuck-up little
Well,
shit.
but-
they say what who killed him and why.
Because he was a monster.
But
No, because who wants to be king?
Oh, Peter.
Thank you.
Olena
He killed him.
Olena helped too.
Oh,
Remember,
yes.
they did it because they didn't want Marjorie married. She did.
Yeah.
She did it because she didn't want Marjorie married to him.
yes,
I think Littlefinger could have made
and
it
they
happen.
didn't. And they
either
didn't
way.
want
sure,
him to be
but-
king.
but it was a combination. But
Yeah.
and who because didn't Cersei put she match made Marjorie with
Jon.
Tyrion did. Oh no, not Marjorie.
No.
Sorry. I'm talking about.
Littlefinger did.
I'm talking about
Littlefinger's the one who pushed Marjorie onto
Marcella.
That was Tyrion.
Yeah, that was Tyrion.
But no. So here's the thing: Myrcella died because Cersei pinned the murder on Tyrion. So there was a trial by combat. Oberyn died in it, and then they killed Myrcella out of revenge for that. And then in this one, Cersei blows up
Oberyn Martell.
Cersei blows up the Sept, and Tommen
kills Tommen's wife.
He kills Tommen's wife. Tommen's stuck there, doesn't know what to do. And Tyler and I talked about this at great length as to why Tommen probably did it. Dies.
I feel kind of bad for Jaime, to be honest.
Yeah, I
oh,
would
yeah.
too.
Like
Father of the year.
He wanted all he
love-
ever wanted to do was be part of the Kingsguard and fuck his sister. And now he can't. He's
not Kingsguard anymore. But
I know now he got sent away from the Kingsguard to go conquer the Riverlands again. He comes back. All three, like his last child's gone, and his lover and sister has been crowned queen, and he's just like, well, shit.
He can make more children now.
No, like he probably realized shit's gonna go down. The one thing Cersei loves is gone. Shit's gonna go down.
Well, as Jaime has said in a very relatively recent episode, the only thing that matters to him is Cersei, and she's still around. So
We'll see how that all plays out.
I'm curious
intrigued.
to see when he turns Queenslayer. I'm hoping that he kills her, but I also kind of hope Arya kills her.
Yeah.
I'm
more satisfying.
50-50 on that
Ooh,
one.
Arya's return to
Oh, I
Westeros.
forgot about that.
She totally
Beautiful.
pulls a Batman in Dark Knight Rises and just bam,
Beautiful.
just shows up. How'd you get to Gotham? I'm Batman. How'd you get to the twins? I'm Arya.
That was my favorite scene. Was that?
Oh, it was
I
awesome.
was like fucking.
Book readers, we got Frey pie.
Yes, we
The
did.
internet was all over about what Cersei did, but me, it was like the Arya scene. I was just like fucking savage.
I love that meme I sent you guys. Cersei Lannister separating church and state. 1-1.
What was your favorite part of the
Episode.
episode, Michael?
The very last one,
Yeah.
The finale.
season finale.
Don't tell me it was King of the North because we haven't talked about that yet.
Actually, I have a thing I want to bring up about that too.
I really enjoy Peter Baelish's reveal of his motivation.
Yeah.
Like the one
you on the Iron Throne, or I see myself on the Iron Throne.
Yourself on the Iron Throne.
like,
by my side.
like you kind of get the hint that he's playing the game, but you kind of get the hint that he's just trying to stay alive throughout the rest of the show.
Yeah.
And then this one just confirms, no, I want to be king. I want you to be my queen.
It's the first time we've seen him be just 100% feelings on his sleeve.
He put it on the
candid.
table.
He
He
just
straight up put it on the
flopped
table.
it down. It was here's what it is.
Plug.
Here's what it is. Quote unquote Littlefinger. This is what I want. He's never been this candid with someone before. He's always been playing with people and toying with them and not showing his true intentions.
Tell you my lines.
And he finally just reveals just straight up to Sansa, puts it all out there. No, this is what I want. This is what I want for you.
The true heir of Ned and Catelyn Stark.
Oh yeah, and
love
then,
his
and then
accent.
when he tries to plant that little seed, shouldn't you be Wardeness of the North? Shouldn't you be the Queen of the North?
And the show.
Why should Jon?
The showrunners get in. They basically say yes, she is a little bit jealous, but completely understanding
Yeah.
that Jon has earned that right a lot more than she has.
Yeah.
She's been through some shit. Do not get me wrong, but nothing
yeah.
she's been through has prepared her to rule.
Yeah.
Jon was Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He fought. He defended the wall against wildlings. He defended. He took his home back of Winterfell. He damn near lost, but he did it.
He fell for the trap that his sister was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
don't fall for the trap." He's like, "Oh!"
But I think
Yeah, that's one thing. I want to talk about the previous episode too, the Battle of the Bastards.
Shoot, go for it.
When she says, "No, Rickon's dead," accept that.
Yeah.
There's no way he gets out of this alive. And then Jon just falls for it. No, I can save him. And then Robert brought up, why didn't he zigzag?
the whole internet brought that up.
Serpentine.
Serpentine. But I get why he did, because the fastest way to Jon was in a straight line, and Jon was riding at him.
No, I get why he did too. That they needed to write him to be a complete moron in that instance, so they can kill him off. The showrunners needed him to die. Easiest way for him to die: run in a straight line.
He was in panic.
Yeah, if he runs if he does the zigzag, Ramsay's too good of an archer. If Rickon panics and runs in a straight line, Ramsey's okay. He's pretty good, But if he's zigzagging and Ramsey still hits him, Ramsey is like impossibly good.
Well, isn't Ramsey's character known to be a supremely good archer though?
Not that good.
He's also going to be a supremely good asshole.
I love Ramsey.
You read
as
about
a
what he's done in
character,
the books. Like, there's a
yeah.
couple articles that came out. Like, here's how he's 20 times worse in the book. And
Yeah.
you're like, holy shit.
He is like infinitely worse in the books. But he's still like
some kind of monster.
everyone was wondering like at the end of episode 9, who's the villain gonna be? Blows up a church.
Got it.
Got it. Okay, that's where it is. Okay.
His demise was so great though.
Yes.
Brutal.
So good.
But he still kind of goes out like
A
like
bitch.
like a part of me is always gonna be with you. Like he still kind of got the last one at the
Oh,
I
end.
was
totally
wondering if he
does.
was throwing like the pregnancy thing at her.
So yeah, so I don't think that was they
You
were.
don't think it's gonna be
I don't
that?
think they were being that like.
No, I don't think
about
so.
it. Okay, here's the thing, and Sophie Turner brought this up. She said between the time that she left Ramsey and between the time they've been gathering supporters and attack,
okay.
it's been like 6 months. She'd be showing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it's been way too long for her to be pregnant. So what he's really saying is, I'm in your head.
Yeah.
You can kill me now. I'm there.
What
I
what
scarred
what
you
I've done
mentally,
to
I
you
have
is
emotionally.
taken a permanent residency in there. I'm always around. And I think that's kind of, and it's kind of like,
That's slightly
I
haunting.
love drawing parallels to things in The Dark Knight. It's awesome. The Joker. He plants himself in Harvey Dent. He says, I lost this battle with Batman, but I won because I got in Harvey Dent and I stayed there and look what I did to him. Same thing with Ramsey.
Yeah.
I'm dead. My dog's going to kill me right now, but I got in your head and Sansa's like,
Yeah.
got some evil in her now. So it's going to be,
I love the way that she
Yeah.
she goes to walks away and then stops and watches a little bit longer.
yeah. So
And
it's,
then smirks as she walks away. There's definitely some she's been forced to grow
Yeah.
in that sense. I think Lady Mormont's my new favorite character.
Oh yeah, by
Liana
far.
moment.
She is brilliant. She is the smartest 10-year-old I've ever met. And I don't know if she's actually 10. She's young.
She got
as hell.
some cojones.
She's the
Some brawn.
She is a young woman in a world dominated by old men, and she is by far the wisest.
Yeah. She
of
she
all the
says it
leaders.
very eloquently.
It's beautiful.
And brash. Not brash, but
John,
she says it pretty.
We recorded our Game of Thrones finale episode 2 weeks ago. You refused to answer the call.
She...
Well played.
All right, guys.
What am- hold on.
Kick in the door.
One thing I want to say about the finale that I didn't say last time was just I loved how the finale, like editing wise, how each scene connected to
Yeah.
the next so well. Like there's that moment where it's where they're in Dorne and then Varys is like fire and blood and then it cuts like to Daenerys and then later it's you're up in the north and I think it's like Peter Baelish and Sansa and then it cuts to like the Were Tree.
At the Weirwood, yeah.
And then the werewood happens, which leads to the flashback.
Yeah.
Which then leads to
John.
And I was like, I just liked how they like chained together so nicely. Like I thought that was just a nice.
It was a
editing
brilliant
thing.
episode.
so
Absolutely
good.
brilliant.
Just-
I'm
They
bummed
sang,
out.
just
I'm bummed out.
weaved in.
The director who did these last 2 episodes is not doing anything in season 7. Nothing.
better
We'll
be
have him
doing a
direct
sh-
all
you-
season.
they-
eight.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better be
Oh,
doing
he
half
better
of season
be.
8.
He
Yeah.
better be. Let him make an 8-hour movie
Yeah.
and just cut it up into episodes.
Fine by me.
HBO. I'm available for hire.
Get on it.
Disney might stash me up. You better hurry up.
They might. Keyword.
So, oh God. Before we move on to recommendations really quick, I just want to say, love that episode. It was super awesome, wonderful, amazing, and
Why
spectacular.
do you have to have the last word?
I'm a little
Shit.
I'm a little upset that we didn't get to take the High Sparrow as a little bit farther in his character development. I understand why he had to die, but still.
I was done with him. I was just
Same.
get out of here.
I wanted it to go a little bit farther. I wanted there to be some like grand plan, like master plan with him, and then it's revealed, and then he dies. But nope. What it is. He's dead. We have to move on. Well, let's go on to our weekly recommendations, guys. You guys got anything?
Go watch Game of Thrones.
Anything else?
Game of Thrones, season 6. Catch up. I did it.
Tyler's scrolling for something. So Johnny, you got anything?
Scrolling, still scrolling.
I think I watched one. Well, for 4th of July, FX had like all the Marvel superhero movies like on repeat. So I watched a bunch of the first of Captain America: First Avenger, which is great.
That's a great one. Yeah.
couple other movies too. Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man, which isn't as but still. Anyways, couple. But the only one I really watched like pretty much start to finish was Grandma's Boy, which happened to be on. We came.
That's interesting. I was watching all the Marvel movies, but Grandma's Boy.
Well, then like a day later, 2 days later, a day and another day later. Like on the 4th was all those. On the 5th, Spike had that movie Grandma's Boy going on like super like 11 o'clock at night. Came back from what we were doing, and it was like just starting. I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm watching this." Pour myself a drink, sat down, watched it for a little while. Ended up going to bed before it ended. Next day, we were doing a bunch of stuff, and as we were coming back to where we're staying, my buddies were staying. We're like, I wonder if Grandma's Boy is like on Netflix or something, because I really want to finish watching. That was a fun movie. We get back to the cabin, I turn on the TV, and it's the same channel, and it's Grandma's Boy's on, and it's like it's like a little bit before where we stopped last night. So we went and just finished it right there. It was great. It was awesome. Stupid movie, but so fun, so good. I love that film.
I'm way too big to drive to the devil's house.
Yeah. It's a stupid stoner movie, but it does a lot of really good things for what the stupid stoner movies, want and what you're looking for in a stupid stoner movie. You get 3 old women, super baked. You get Nick Swartzen hooking up with a gilf. You get fat Jonah Hill, young fat Jonah Hill. Amongst other things, it's just awesome film. I love that movie. It's so stupid, but I love that movie.
Robert, you got anything?
Yeah.
Tyler, you've been scrolling. Did you find what you were scrolling for?
Yeah, I just need a couple of details. So, a show that I just watched last night that I've been hyped for because I've heard all
Too
the
bad
other hype.
Michael asked me first. So,
Okay.
I have a recommendation of what not to watch.
Wow, that was hella shitty.
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I'm just
That was
like,
awesome.
all right.
That was awesome.
I spent that time.
I wanted you to be like, I'm ready, but Michael asked you, so what do you got? And then you were
Yeah.
just like, you just start going off. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I thought, no, you know what? No, I want to go.
We're doing it live. Fuck it, we're doing it live.
I have a what not to watch recommendation. Josh Trank's Fantastic Four. I rewatched it last night. I saw it in the theaters. Garbage. I watched it again last night. It's not as bad because I went into it expecting it to be as terrible as it was when I saw it, but because I expected it to be garbage, I wasn't as let down when I watched it. So don't watch it. It's bad.
Okay.
Fantastic's bad, okay?
Yeah.
Now, Tyler.
Okay, so I watched this last night and I don't know what's going on. Is this a joke?
for Grandma's Boy.
You haven't
Grandma's
seen
Boy.
Grandma's Boy?
Fuck my life.
Yeah, like years and years ago, but like there's something about like D-list comedies that I just can't get past the first 10
What
minutes.
is going on here?
Throwing shade.
I want to walk into my office and see my boss do like weird yoga poses on his desk.
Plus, I just hate the look of that time period. It makes me think of like I don't know.
God.
There's something about like the aesthetic and the style back then. I'm just like, ugh, dirty, weird.
So what you got, Tyler?
Yeah. There's a show. There's a new miniseries on HBO because I only talk about TV because that's all I watch. Called The Night of, and it's basically the plot of it is it's a look at a case where there's a man, and he goes out one night to a party, meets a woman, kind of goes outside his comfort zone, has some fun, then wakes up finding her murdered after he took some substances, and it's
Substances.
yeah,
I
like
that.
all different types of substances. And he wakes up and finds her brutally stabbed. And he like flees the scene, gets caught up by the police. And the show is a kind of examination, almost like a serial or making a murderer dramatic TV show, though, instead of like being like a documentary, more of like a dramatic TV procedural show. And it's really good. It has a lot of character actors from New York. It takes place in New York. And John Turturro's in it, a couple other people. It's really good though, just because it's suspenseful and it's shot in a way too that you wouldn't ordinarily see in like a suspenseful type of show. Like just the way it's shot, the feeling of the show, the caliber of the actors in it, and the acting is phenomenal in it. I think so far, just from the character that you follow in the first episode, who's kind of like the suspect, where you kind of relate to him and believe why he's doing these things, and then when he gets caught up, all of a sudden, you kind of understand why he's doing it, but you're kind of attached. I don't know. This is also the show that James Gandolfini was really working really hard on getting produced, and he's listed as an executive producer on it. I recommend you go watch that just because for drama TV, this is probably one of the shows this summer that's going to be one of like the big dramatic TV shows trying to take the crown of
True Detective.
No, just trying to take the crown of TV drama.
Okay.
Yeah, between this, Preacher, and Mr. Robot, those are the three shows this summer that if you're into dramatic TV, they're going to be duking out for like what has the better story, that's more entertaining, that's got you.
But Mr. Robot's a comedy. Didn't you watch the Golden Globes?
Oh, I totally forgot. Hilarious. It's like Silicon Valley but better. You know.
Goddamn.
I don't pay attention to the TV awards on at the Emmys. Did it actually, or the Golden Globes? Did it actually get comedy?
Yeah,
because they've done that before, like where The Martian got comedy this last year too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it won for comedy, best comedy. You can, I think, I could be wrong here, but if I remember correctly,
I'm
so
pretty
far
sure you're
from
wrong.
comedy too.
I'm pretty sure it won best drama series.
I hope it did.
Was it
should've.
okay?
I don't
remember what-
No
I
one
honestly
pays-
missed it.
I mean,
I was at
I'm
work.
going to be honest. No one watches the TV portion of the Golden Globes anyway.
Yeah.
So
Google right
even,
now.
even they don't pay attention to it. Like the teleprompter shuts off.
Yeah.
The they put like the crappy cameras on.
Yeah. But going back to what I was saying about the show, I just recommend you watch it. It's only going to be, I think, 8 episodes. It's a mini-series. In and out, you're done. And especially if you like procedural shows, I definitely recommend you watch it because there's really nothing that's been like this level before.
It's drama.
Did it get drama?
Mr. Robot. got
Mr. Robot
drama,
did get
yeah.
drama. It better have.
And Christian Slater one.
Christian Slater's one? Yeah. Season 2 coming out
It's-
soon.
Frank, it's just Slater.
Yeah, best drama TVs.
Yeah. It's not AC Slater, though.
No, it's
Oh, it
ju-
was
it's-
Mozart in the Jungle was
Yeah.
musical comedy.
It's
yeah.
it's just Slater.
Just Slater?
Just Slater.
Just Slater.
It's an Archer joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I recommend go watch the night of. If you like drama TV, you're gonna like this. It's only right. Oh, actually, no. Tonight is the first night it premiered on HBO, so you can catch it on HBO, HBO Go, HBO Now. So have fun, especially if you're missing your Game of Thrones. It's a good little show to take up with.
Or you can rewatch Game of Thrones.
Lots of fluorescent lighting makes you feel like you're in a place that you can looks like death all the time.
Noted.
Yeah.
I find that inspiring, really.
Yeah, I know it's creepy. Too much fluorescent lighting makes you look like a ghost.
Gotcha.
You ever notice that?
No.
Man, it's
Nope.
deathly. You never looked at yourself in the mirror in fluorescent lighting?
No.
We don't look
It's
into
pretty
it.
sickly.
Tyler, no one probably like
You've never been in the
within 20
bathroom? Not
within
the band
a 20
room?
mile radius.
That band room bathroom was like
7 years ago.
deathly looking, man. You look there's like, shh, oh god,
Tyler, we don't look in the mirror as much as you
Yeah,
do.
no one
Oh,
pays as much
sorry.
attention to what they look like in the mirror as you do.
Sorry, you know, every once in a while you have to check to make sure your hair is on.
But
fleek.
Tyler, I do have another question for you.
Go for it.
Where can we find you on social media,
At Tyler Shane.
Johnny?
At SFS_VNext17. I love how long that is.
Brava?
I love it.
Don't BNP.
I love that too.
Are you active?
That's a thing
Are you
now.
active on it?
No,
Nope.
I'm not.
No. You should just post like don't even.
Yeah, like just once a week.
Don't.
Franklin?
You can find me on the internet under Frank Panda, PANDUH.
Duh.
That's it.
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Robert Tabrizi. You can also find us at boozeandpopcorn.com.
It happened!
We got the domain back.
It took only $1 million, but we did it.
Fuck whoever had it before. It's ours now.
Woo!
We're awesome. I hope I don't get sued for that.
Woo!
You can also
much
find us
worse.
at Booze and Popcorn on Facebook, YouTube, hey,
Hey.
Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, iTunes, Stitcher.
God.
Lots of places. We're everywhere except SoundCloud because
And LinkedIn.
and we're
Yeah.
we're working on LinkedIn.
Don't ever send
Thank you.
me a LinkedIn request. Ever. Any of you ever do that, we're no longer friends.
But what if I
John,
wanna have a
fuck you. Get off your phone. Damn it.
He's testing
What
his
if
dog.
I booked an Airbnb and they asked for my LinkedIn to make sure I was real.
What if,
I was
what,
like, I haven't gone on this thing in 7 years.
what if I want to have a professional relationship with you, Tyler?
Then you can take me out to a dinner
That's not professional.
and we can talk about business.
We'll talk about LinkedIn.
Fuck.
So,
Alright.
if you like what you see here, hit that thumbs up button on YouTube. If you want to see more from us, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to tell us how pretty John and Tyler are or how ugly they might be, Don't talk about me. I'm very sensitive, and I know I'm ugly. We have got a comment section. Let us know what you think. Of course, if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comment section. Send them in to boozeandpopcorn@gmail.com. Or let us know on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat.
Hey, you might have also noticed.
Rodriguez on
Oh,
LinkedIn.
you fool! I was gonna say you might have noticed about a week ago that there was something else in your subscription feed. It was a little show that I'm working on with John and another friend named Josh called "Put It on the Table." So if you like that, we'll have a separate link for that going in a separate feed at some point.
Yeah, we have a
soon, right?
separate URL. I'm in the process of getting it on iTunes and Stitcher.
It basically that show is just covering things that we don't talk about on this show, like sports,
sport
We like
metrics,
sports,
It's
and
gonna
we
be
don't care who knows.
It's going to be mostly sports, music,
pop culture, basically.
general pop culture. A lot of. I think we're going to be talking. I think tomorrow we're hoping to get together.
We are supposed to.
Yeah,
be.
we're going to get together and probably talk about.
Fake invite.
You work tomorrow,
What time are you guys getting together? We'll talk about this
like
later.
2:30.
We'll talk about this later after I crap myself to sleep.
Regardless,
We're going to be talking general Disneyland and what you observe at Disneyland and how it's kind of a. The world is becoming Wall-E.
my point was being
But-
that we won't be infecting your subscription fee too much if you don't like it, but also be looking out for that though. We'll have a separate thing up for that if you do enjoy that.
It will be a separate feed.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll also be on boozeandpopcorn.com.
Mm-hmm.
So go check us out, please. Please. Please.
We've been Booze and Popcorn, and we're never invited to things. Bye.
FOMO.